Chainsaw Man is one of those anime that is loved all around the world. However, I gotta admit, I didn't notice that much hype when the anime itself came out. When the first trailers were introduced, people were going crazy, but to my experience, when the season itself ended, not so much. Maybe because the anime was animated by MAPPA Studios, which recently more and more was proving that they're incompetent in animating the anime in time and without idiotic graphics. So that all made me wonder, did Chainsaw Man actually lived up to the hype? Well, today in my video I'm gonna go over the anime with a bunch of jokes, memes and cutaways and see if it was the case.
Quick disclaimer before we start this.
Okay, in the first episode we're introduced to the main character, Denji. He's just like me for real. Denji is known as one of those really relatable anime protagonists. Why, you might ask? Because he's fatherless. I know, way too relatable, right? Unfortunately, with losing your dad, you don't lose the debt. Because of that, the nearby mafia or something like this drops this debt on Denji's shoulders. In order to at least somehow repay the debt, Denji started selling his body parts.
My right eye was 300,000. Sold one of my nuts too.
Sold for $350.
His main job, however, is slaying demons, as he's a demon slayer. Oh wait, wrong anime. Demons that are populating this world, which are basically like awful monstrosities, are pretty strong and terrifying. So, you might be wondering how Denji is fighting any of those demons. Well, you see, lucky for our main character, he finds this cutie patootie.
Can we get much higher?
Denji and this demon quickly became friends because he let him taste his blood. Usually I wouldn't say that's the best idea since this is, well, you know, a demon, but, well, it works out for the main character. Cut to several years later, our main characters are hunting for some demon.
Hunting devils is easily the best way to make some cash.
And turns out they were doing it to, well, still pay the debt, as they own a shit ton of millions to this mafia still to this day. And because of that, have to do a whole bunch of nasty stuff as risking their life and eating cigarettes while dreaming for ladies.
Bad normal's a pipe dream for folks down on their luck like us, huh?
Yeah, overall main character's life here sucks so badly. If I could describe it with a song, I'll probably pick that one.
You're a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby, you're a loser just like me.
Don Corleone, or I mean this mafia leader, took Denji away for some mission, but turns out it was a trap, because he was watching Denji this whole time and noticed how he became quite more powerful by cooperating with the demon. Unfortunately, Denji killed all the cool demons in the area, like Tomato Demon, Potato Demon, and well, Salad Demon apparently. That's why they had to cooperate with a zombie demon, made a pact with him, and he made them all zombies. Well, how unexpected! Who could have seen this coming? All the zombies are now in control of the zombie devil, start to stop Denji, and then just throw away in the trash. Flashback, Denji talks to Pachito about how if he dies, Pachito might as well take his body and use it for anything he wants.
Pochita. You did it, huh?
Pachito at this point became friends with Denji, so instead he heals him, fuses with him, and transforms him into that thing. Denji becomes a Chainsaw Man. Cut to the title. Denji, using his newfound power, starts to destroy all the zombies and the zombie devil. And well, because if there's no people who you owe debt to, you don't have to pay debt to anybody.
Dude, work smarter, not harder.
However, even though this fight is actually pretty cool, like cool choreography, animation, it's all pretty nice, but I still hate that people had to use 3D in this fight. Anyway, next morning, the main character is met by the love of his life, who he fell in love with at first sight, who hugged him for no reason, and who talked nice to him, offered place to stay and food. What a coincidence. I hope it doesn't turn out bad, because, well, she definitely wouldn't want to manipulate him for dirty reasons, right? Right? Those are devil hunters.
Never seen that before.
Yep, I gotta admit, this part of world building is pretty cliche. We get demons who are pretty much just monsters who we see in, well, almost every other anime. In addition, we get demon hunters who also pretty much present in every other anime. And here they're a little more official and not some secret organization, but like still. Devil hunters' job is surprisingly to kill devils, and since Denji is technically part devil, they have to get rid of him as well. However, one of the demon hunters, Makima, this pretty redhead, offers Denji a deal of a lifetime. Either he's doing everything he's told, or he dies. Also, I'm pretty sure Makima has a dog fetish.
Oh no, Denji. Huh? You have agreed to become my pet. Which means woof or yes are all you say.
She seems nice. Yeah.
Makima overall acts pretty nicely, offers Denji food and a coat, and peanut butter jelly sandwich. Oh my gosh, she's the best woman ever. Makima brings Denji to Japanese Devil Hunter Association, as I'd like to call it, and assigns him a partner.
This gentleman here is Aki Hayakawa.
Aki and Denji go on patrol or something, as Aki out of no reason punches Denji in the face. And says that he better quit Devil Hunters because people who don't have any ambitions or don't have any reason to stay usually die as soon as they see the first devil. Unfortunately, Denji is a simple man, so he just punches Aki in the balls. The two start fighting a little longer. Denji, of course, comes out victorious as he kept punching Aki in the balls.
Oh, balls!
When they come back, however, Makima explains that Denji is no ordinary hunter. He basically either stays or gets killed, since he literally has a demon instead of a heart right now. Makima orders Denji to move in with Aki, and well, if that's a house of people who constantly risk their life while fighting demons, you know, I would have quit that job instantly.
Your job sucks.
Admitted.
But like I said, Denji's a simple man, so for him it's a pretty good upgrade from his previous shack or whatever he has to live in. Aki and Denji attempt to go on another mission together, which is to find and kill a fiend. Fiend, you see, is something that Denji almost become. It's a devil that possesses the corpse of a human. They find him and Denji quickly kills him to not cause him any more pain. Mikey tells him a speech and basically it's just something like loser just get a goal or something in life. Denji, after thinking, oh, not for long, decides that his goal is now going to be to grab, how would I say it so YouTube didn't block me? To catch women's melons. Remember, like I said, he's just like me for real? Yeah, I know, this is not Evangelion type of plot, but I mean, so far so good, I guess. Do you know what time is it? Yeah, that's right, it's power time! Makima sends Denji another partner, who is also a fiend. So, yep, all the people drooling over this character, remember, that's a corpse possessed by a devil. Moving on, Denji this time goes on patrol with Power, but unfortunately all the demons are scared because Power is apparently too strong. However, she smells a sea cucumber devil, whatever that is.
Look, what I'm trying to say.
The glory of the tale is mine!
Yeah! Blood on the hands! Blood on the hands! Yes!
Makima is, however, displeased that they caused such a mess killing this demon. Also, we get another ass POV. After that, Denji and Power go for some soda. Basically, Power says that she's looking for her cat, who's been kidnapped by a demon. Denji doesn't really care about that. He only wants to touch, well, melons, remember? Because of that, Power says that she will allow him to touch hers if Denji helps her to save her cat. We then get a little flashback of Power as she's bonding with a cat she found. I could rant that it's really stupid that a demon representing fear of blood for some reason wanted to bond with a kid like a human would do, but the scene is pretty wholesome, so whatever. Makima does later explain that demons are created from the fear of humans, but we just saw Sea Cucumber Devil. Who the fuck afraid of sea cucumbers? Because apparently there's no direct correlation between the amount of fear people are feeling and the demon that the fear is representing. For example, like Power mentions that she's really strong because a lot of people are afraid of blood, which makes sense to me. Denji apparently is also pretty strong because people are afraid of chainsaws, and Bushido is a chainsaw devil, remember? So the power scaling of demons is pretty confusing to me. In addition, I feel like that kind of system really oversimplifies some of the designs of the monsters in the anime. Like the giant bat, giant snake, like Angel Devil is literally just an angel. By the way, no, in case you're wondering, the bat demon wasn't the coronavirus demon. It's just people afraid of bats. Power and Denji go to the house where she saw her cat one last time. All of a sudden, Power knocks Denji out, yes.
Here he is, traitor, working for the enemy.
She brings him inside where the bat demon apparently was, I don't know, looking for something to eat, so he kind of blackmailed her with a cat who's just her friend. I mean, demons in this world just need blood to regenerate. I don't know why this giant bat couldn't just go and eat a human, why he needed Denji. Especially after drinking Denji's blood, he says that his blood is worthless and he's gonna go and find some other blood. So why was he even hiding? Power asks the Corona Devil to give her a cat back, but he just eats it. And actually eats Power as well. Well, good game, well played. He goes into the city and starts demolishing everything, while Denji attacks him as well. And, well...
You're so incredible, so fucking beautiful. Amazing.
Denji rescues Power and Kitten from the whatever is left of the Corona Devil before they got sick, but unfortunately the Leech Demon shows up, who's a girlfriend or something of this bad demon. Okay. Denji starts fighting, but because he already lost a lot of blood, he cannot transform once again, so he almost got eaten. But conveniently, Aki was in the neighborhood, so he used his own pet Devil Fox, or floating head demon, to destroy the Leech Devil. Denji later wakes up and bad all healed because he's half devil.
They tend to regenerate.
Aki says that he's an idiot, and Denji and Power can both be killed because they broke the rules or something. So Aki says if from now on they're gonna follow his orders, he's gonna file a false report to the higher-ups to cover for them. Hey, corruption! By the way, Power is now living with Denji and Aki because why not? Of course it's not gonna create any problems if you put a woman next to two dudes who barely stop being teenagers. Spoiler alert, that's the whole plan. Not Makima's who sent Power there, but of the author, to create some fan service. Because Power meets Denji in the restroom and reminds him that she promised him to allow him to squish her boobs. And for all the horny fans of this anime, I remind you, the boobs are not even real. So hands on the table. But, bruh, perhaps I spoke too soon, because literally, the next scene, Denji complained to Makima about it right away, so she allowed him to touch herself. But, of course, I am also gonna ruin this scene for you. Friendly reminder, Denji is 16, and Makima canonically is like 80, so oops. Bruh, also, what's with all the fan service? And okay, I probably shouldn't complain about this scene particularly, or the one with Power, because they at least technically affect the plot. One of them represents Denji's childness and his desire after living pretty much in the village, all by himself, really makes sense. Makima's scene, on the other hand, represents how she's manipulative and she's pretty much ready to do anything to achieve her goals, which we yet don't know. Bruh, why we have all those scenes where camera just randomly focuses on ass or boobs for literally no reason? And it's really stupid because the anime has shown us that they can insert fan service into the plot, so it at least made sense for us to see it on the screen. But no, sometimes it's just randomly inserted because, well...
When they mix the sexuality and the violence, I like it.
Anyway, back to the plot. Denji is amazed how magically it felt. I have no comments here because I have never touched a woman. Makima meanwhile says if Denji catches a certain demon, a gun devil, then she will fulfill his any wish. Well, knowing Denji, it's probably gonna be either sex or, I don't know, a sandwich. Also, I'm really sorry, maybe I'm dirty-minded after all of those scenes, but what the fuck is this shadow on the floor? Am I the only one who sees this? Okay, whatever. And then, flashback to Aki's childhood when he was nicely playing with his brother, when all of a sudden his house got blasted. Later it got revealed that it was the Gun Devil, who is apparently so strong his parts, which is bullets, can basically serve as a power-up for other devils. They also mentioned that at the same time Aki's house was destroyed, about 1 million people died around the world. Well, sounds pretty badass. Too bad we're not gonna see Gun Devil in this season.
Yeah, I know. Not what you were expecting, huh?
Basically, our main characters with Aki and some other sidekicks got to send to apprehend the Hotel Devil. That is not an actual name, I just made that up. He apparently also ate a piece of gun devil, so he should be pretty strong. One of the sidekicks, Himeno, says that if anybody catches this devil, she's gonna kiss him.
Slow down! Don't go up on your own! It's dangerous!
Bruh, it's only been like 2 minutes since the previous scene with Makima, and which was also not far away from the scene with Power, so can you at least space it out, please? The unfortunate part, however, is they all now stuck in this hotel, because have you seen Grave Encounters? Well, that's basically the same thing.
Just now, we watched you go down the stairs.
Everyone is stuck at the same floor, and no matter if you go through walls, doors, stairs, you're still gonna go into the same place. Apparently that's the hotel devil keeping them inside, instead of just eating them right away for some reason. And okay, in Grave Encounters, I gotta admit, that scene was pretty scary. In here, when everybody kinda has OP powers, Denji with his chainsaws, Aki with his giant fox, they all can literally start demolishing the building. Pretty sure it's more effective to just sit on one spot. Oh wait, right, we gotta tell everyone exposition about how Kamini, one of the side characters, became the devil hunter because her parents forced her into it, and how Himeno lost her eye by creating a pact with a ghost devil. Yes, of course.
I am so sad. I am so very, very sad.
On the other hand, the idea of how people get powers here is pretty interesting. Definitely way better than just regular superhero trope. Because basically they had to make a deal with the devil, quite literally. Like Himeno loses her eye, in exchange for using Ghost Arm, Aki loses his skin on the arm, in the exchange for her ability to summon the fox. Also, Aki meanwhile points out that all the clocks have stopped. Meanwhile, the time has also stopped. I'm not exactly sure how that works because, like, logically that way this devil should be like one of the strongest characters in the verse.
I could have sworn I sliced it in twain.
Boy, Morty, I really Cronenberg'd the world up, didn't I? We got a whole planet of Cronenbergs.
But the demon himself showed up. He started growing in size because everyone started freaking out. And then everyone suddenly remembered that the demons feed on fear. That's why Devil, by the way, offered everyone to just leave if he can eat Denji, who apparently is fearless, but I would say he's just stupid. Everybody denies it, so the Devil keeps him in there. Meanwhile, Power eat all the food, Komini kinda goes crazy, those two guys are smoking. So while everyone else is going crazy, Denji just decides to, well, attack? Sounds like a great plan. He attacks the hallway demon and basically just starts ripping him from inside using his chainsaws.
That's a great plan, Walter. That's fucking ingenious if I understand it correctly. It's a Swiss fucking watch.
Cut to 3 days later. Apparently Denji was not tired doing all this for 3 days. The devil himself asked Denji to kill him. Because, well, doing that for 3 days, I get it, man. Like, come on. We don't have that many episodes left to just deal with you alone, come on. Everybody exits the building with one more piece of gun devil. Alright, like any workers, after a hard day, they all went to drink, except for Denji, because like I said, he's 16. Denji demanded his kiss from Himeno while learning that she literally kissed almost every other demon hunter. She, however, still fulfills his request. Alright, just a little warning, the next scene is disgusting, and I'm not talking about kissing a woman. Himeno kisses Denji, but since they just had a drinking contest with Makima, who cannot get drunk, she throws up in his mouth.
Oh, for heaven's sake, girl, it wasn't that good of a kiss anyway.
Denji, meanwhile, swallows it, getting drunk in the process. Anyway, Himeno, in apology, takes him home, where she proposes to repay for the inconvenience. Denji, however, refuses, which is honestly, not gonna lie, a nice character development, because Denji just a couple episodes ago would have probably agreed. However, he still wants to do it with Makima, which is, well, not that good on the other hand. The next day, Himeno and Denji are talking about their crushes.
So, you're serious about getting with Miss Makima?
Yes.
Frankly, I cringe, Mr. Mayor.
Himeno, by the way, at some point says actually pretty interesting thought.
What if you learned her true character is as shitty as a septic tank?
Yep, that is actually a really good question, Denji. You also don't really know Makima. You knew her also for like a week, and in the duration of that week, you barely knew her. Again, I'm not saying that's entirely stupid, because all in all, it kind of fits this character, but still. Speaking of Makima, she's currently traveling to some meeting with higher-ups. Meanwhile, she gets shot. We also get to see some other Devil Hunters sidekicks who also get shot in the middle of the street. Denji, Himeno, Aki, and Power are in a restaurant, where they're also confronted by someone else, who is apparently a villain. He shows Denji a picture of this grandpa, who got first turned into a zombie at the beginning and then killed by Denji. Villains start attacking them, so Aki summons Kon, aka the giant fox head. The villain, I'm just gonna call him that, turns out to be a demon hybrid just like Denji, only instead of chainsaws he has katana characteristics. They start fighting and Aki just obliterates him, cuts him several times, and, well, he practically dies. Until another villain in a red jacket shows up and helps him. Summoning the Snake Devil, they're fighting some more. The fight's, not gonna lie, set up pretty well overall, which... The only thing that really disappoints me is the stupid CGI, which sometimes cuts with 2D, and it basically all the time cuts back and forth from 2D to 3D, and it's, when you look at it for too long, it kind of hurts my eyes. And yes, I know, that's all because MAPPA as a studio rushed their animators to release Chainsaw Man as fast as possible, still trying to maintain at least some sort of standard. I already have a video about that, so quiet. Anyway, while everyone is fighting, Power runs away. Denji is unconscious, so Himeno tries to make her move. She makes another deal with the Ghost Devil, sacrificing her body so he can fight in his full form. He does that, but also fails because Snake Devil just kills him instant. Himeno is dead, and speaking of death, remember how I said Makima got shot? Well, apparently it was opposite day for her because it didn't work at all. Denji, meanwhile, finally transforms and starts fighting Katana Demon one last time. Unfortunately, fails, gets cut in half, and kidnapped by those two idiots. Why am I saying idiots? Because first, all their henchmen get obliterated by Makima. She uses some unknown curse technique, domain expansion, basically just explodes everyone by using some other criminals for her spell, and the girl with the red shirt are against Kobani. Yeah, remember she's still in the plot? She also obliterates both of them. Even the OP Snake Devil doesn't do anything. She rescues Denji and those two villains just run away. Bruh, those are kinda sucky villains for the finale of the season. Like, I do like that it cuts back to Mafia, that Denji owed money to at the beginning of the season, and that it's all connected, but bruh, they suck! Like, they're barely a threat. Alright, next episode, turns out those villains are not totally suck, because they somehow managed to off almost all the demon hunters in the city, except for the main three, Power, Aki, and Denji. Well, and Kobani, I guess. Yeah, again, what are you exactly getting for working as a demon hunter? Like, Kobani quit after that, and Aki even received letters later from Himeno asking him to quit as well because it's a really dangerous job. And like, it's also revealed that Aki has only like 2 years to live because he used the sword and that's the price of using it. So like, how good this job must be! Like, okay, don't get me wrong, I get that all of those demon hunters are doing it for the idea, they believe that it's the right thing to do, so they basically do what they gotta do. But like, couldn't they still get, like, good compensation for that? Because like I already said, we see the apartment that Denji, Aki, and Power all live in one place, and it's a pretty cramped apartment for Tokyo. Is that really that difficult to pay extra to guys who off giant monsters with unbelievable powers every day?
Oh no, because that would mean that I actually did something right.
Alright, Makima meanwhile brought Denji and Power to Kishibe, who's one of the strongest demon hunters in the association. He asked them some isekai very important questions.
How'd you feel about your comrades dying?
It's whatever.
I thought, oh, they're all dead now.
Humans or devils? Which side are you on?
The side that's gonna take the best care of me.
The one that's winning.
Perfect scores.
Alright, I'm gonna admit this scene is kind of funny, but on the other hand, why is that good? Like, why do you want to have two powerful people with demon abilities on your side when they can switch at any time? At least, wouldn't it be more logical not to train them so they wouldn't get too powerful and switch to the enemy side? Which I guess exactly what Kishibe thought because he just offed both of them.
Double kill.
He said that from now on they gotta train to defeat him because if they manage to, they're probably gonna have no problem defeating any other stronger person. Power and Denji train while bonding in the process. I gotta admit, once again, really great dynamic. At first, not gonna lie, I thought Power was kind of annoying, but she for sure grew on me because I'm glad that her character didn't stay within just the annoying, loud girl character type. Anyway, the next day, Power and Denji attempt to assassinate Kishibe, which I know they mentioned that they utterly failed. Wow, have you seen it shown in animes? Characters trained all night, but they can just get OP out of nowhere.
Good writing, I guess.
But all in all, a good try. So let's call it.
Hey, Powie. He said we're done for today.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Meanwhile, Aki meets up with the Future Devil, who's apparently just kept prison somewhere in the Devil Hunter's facility. Future Devil then says goofing around for a little bit, I don't know why, and then tells Aki to get inside of him. Bruh, no dirty mind stuff, he literally has to go inside of him so he can see his future. After doing that, it's business as usual. Okay, after that, Makima and everyone pretty much decide to find and fight Katana Demon and the other girl in the red shirt themselves first before they attack them again. They find Mafia, who Katana Man has been working under, and pretty much force them to cooperate. By the way, that scene looks awfully familiar. I feel like that's a reference to something, but I'm not entirely sure. Mafia boss also mentions that they've been buying stuff from the Gun Devil too, which makes Makima even more angrier. Unfortunately, thanks to that zombie devil at the beginning, they have pretty much a whole army of zombies. Not exactly sure how they control them or transport them without, like, letting them loose. Actually, not exactly sure why those zombies are still present if the zombie devil is dead. Everyone starts fighting, we get to see a couple of more interesting side characters like the Angel Devil. Speaking of that, so I'm guessing that is the devil who represents the fear of angels, whatever that is? That begs the question, is there Satan in this anime? I mean, like, okay, there is hell, but even if there isn't a Lucifer, like a fallen angel from Bible, there must be a devil representing a fear of Satan, since definitely there should be enough people who believe in Satan and live in fear of it. Shame we probably not gonna see this, because I doubt the anime will go that far. During all the fight, we see how random people are occasionally just dying, implying that Makima is magically offing them off the screen. If anybody's wondering why she can just off two main villains, well, shut up, because I don't know either. Oh wait, right, because main character has to fight him. So while everybody's dealing with zombies, Kobani and Aki catch the girl in the red sweater, while Denji fights the Katana Devil.
Steel isn't strong, boy. Flesh is stronger.
Of course, it comes to that cliche moment where you think the main villain is winning, he cut Denji's arm off and he's about to kill him, but Denji makes a final move and slices him in half, before he even realizes that.
You're like a bad guy in a samurai movie who gets cut in half but thinks they're fine until they're like...
Plot twist, on the other hand, main villain didn't die at all. He somehow got recovered, and Denji and Aki tied him. Maybe to interrogate him? No, you guessed wrong, they're just gonna punch him in the balls. On the other hand, after all he's done, that's pretty fair. Plus, he just recovered from literally cut in half, so he'll recover from that. Probably. Yeah, I don't know if this guy's gonna have kids or not. Probably not. Well, and that was Chainsaw Man anime. Was it overhyped? Well, in my opinion, yes. Though, that however doesn't mean that I did not like it. I think, especially comparing to majority of anime I've watched in my life, this one is probably one of the best. The characters overall were pretty decent, even the background ones. Relationship of Denji and Power overall were pretty adorable, and I enjoyed watching them on screen. And even the background characters were memorable enough for you to be a little bit upset during their death. However, still, I feel like with many anime out there, people's expectations were always higher than the final product is gonna be. Especially when this product is animated by MAPPA. And okay, I know that the animation could be worse, but at the same time, it could have been so much better. Just like, imagine if they didn't use 3D animation. If they just used 2D, it probably would have been way more memorable and way less disappointing. Plot, in my opinion, like I said, is good. However, I'm still gonna be saying, to me personally, it was a little disappointing towards the end. Because it did legitimately feel like the author was saving good ideas for later. And this first season is specifically structured that way that you watch the rest and find out everything that has been teased in here. Cause like, even the Gun Devil, there had been so much talk about this guy throughout the whole season, everybody constantly mentioned him, they were looking for pieces of him, and I legitimately thought that he's gonna show up at the end of season 1. But no, it was some other rando villains who didn't even look like much of a threat, and final fight with them at the end of the season wasn't even that epic. The first encounter with them when they killed like a lot of demon hunters was way more terrifying than the final fight, because the story does feel complete in a way. Stuff that happened in the beginning connects to stuff that happened in the middle and the end, but still there's so many things teasing whatever happens later does make you feel a little bit disappointed. So I guess in the end, our expectations is just our problem, because perfect anime apparently does not exist. Unless it's No Game No Life, of course. Alright, see ya next time. That was all I have for you today. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you'd like to see more of this content.